Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and it's the start of Horror Fest 2014. Muhahaha. Yes, that's right, we're starting Horror Fest 2014, and we're going to start it off with my review for Jaws. So, Jaws stars Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss, and this movie is about a shark. He's basically terrorizing the entire beach, and these three guys, Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss, they all have to go on a boat to hunt this shark down and kill him and stop him from basically eating every single person that's on the beach. So what did I think of Jaws? This is my all-time favorite horror film, and I'm going to explain why. If you think about this movie is terrifying. It is. This movie makes you never want to go in the water ever again. Never. Listen, I'm deadly afraid of sharks, and this movie makes me even more deadly afraid of sharks. And it's just an amazing movie as well. Not just a great horror film, in my opinion. It's just a great movie as well. I love Jaws. It's great. I mean, it's just a great movie. And I just think, now I know a lot of people don't consider Jaws a horror film, but I do. I consider this movie a horror film. Now, is it like a slasher horror film? No, but people do get eaten, but it's not like a slasher horror film. But it's just, I consider a horror film for like the scary part of it, because this movie is scary. It is, to me, otherwise. And it's just a fantastic movie. I love Jaws. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's my favorite horror film of all time. So let's get into the positives of Jaws. The positives are the acting. The acting is great in this movie. The best acting in a horror film ever, in my opinion. Great. Roy Scheider, especially, he's definitely the best part about this movie acting-wise. He's great. He really is. Gives one of the best performances by an actor, in my opinion. He's just great. That line, though, we're going to need a bigger boat. Love that line. Robert Shaw was good in this movie too. I did enjoy him in this movie. Richard Dreyfuss, I'm surprised he didn't annoy me, because as soon as I saw his character, when I first watched this was my second viewing of the movie, but just when I first watched the movie, I was like, is he gonna be annoying throughout this entire? And he's not, because he's that smart guy that knows all about sharks and everything, and he actually isn't. He's likable, actually, I guess sometimes those characters could get annoying, but with Richard Dreyfuss, he did great with this character, and I thought he did a great job in this movie. Yeah, so Richard Dreyfuss was great. Rest of the acting was good. It's mainly those three that are great in this movie. I'll even say the mayor is great in the movie as well. He really does. The guy who plays the mayor, I forgot his name, but the guy who plays the mayor is great as well. The writing for this movie. The writing is fantastic for this movie. It really is. I just think the writing for this movie is great. Dialogue is great in this movie. The way the shark looks. Now, I know there was a lot of problems with this movie because of the animatronic shark, and they couldn't get to work and everything. So that's the reason why we don't see Jaws that much, but when you do get Jaws, it's awesome, and it's just, whoa, it was great seeing that, and, I did think they did great with that animatronic shark, but, yeah, it's too bad that they had a lot of problems with it, but we still got a great movie out of it. This is still, by far, to me, otherwise, Steven Spielberg's best movie to date. That's just my opinion. Jaws is Steven Spielberg's best movie by far. It really is. The suspense and the scariness of this movie, it's literally off the charts. The intensity in this movie. The opening scene alone, that's probably maybe my third or fourth favorite opening scene to a movie, where you just see the girl in the water and you see something pulling her down, and you find out that it's a shark. It's just great. I love that opening scene. This movie's just great. Everything about this movie is great. I just love this movie. This is a great movie, and if you haven't seen Jaws, how dare you? No offense, but how dare you? This movie's almost 40 years old and you still haven't seen it yet. But I love Jaws. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. By far my favorite horror film ever. It's just great. I love Jaws. Great film. So it's time to give my official grade on Jaws. And my official grade on Jaws is an A+. Come on, what grade did you think I was going to give this movie? It definitely deserves an A+. I love Jaws. Fantastic movie. It's just great. It still holds up to this day. It really does. I love Jaws. Fantastic movie. I can't really think of a negative with this movie. Fantastic. Definitely deserves an A+. So what do you guys think of Jaws? Leave in the comment section below. And I'm WWE Fan 0599. And we will see you all tomorrow for my review for Halloween. Peace.